Previously on...
Hey, yo, fuck that noise! We got no time, let's go!
I barely heard a thing Asahi said. I was horrified what I just said and with a horrified boulder, yeah. But at the same time, my body was reacting to that horror in a completely different way. Yeah, it felt energized, excited, with the thrill of pleasure running up and down by my spine. You sure you're talking about your spine? And as I clumsily staggered up to my feet, I was startled when the globe created by the far side crystal dissipated, leaving me to, turn towards Asahi.
We need to get going. Usually, the underworlders will spend some time celebrating after a victory. They don't seem to have noticed us, so they won't be in any hurry to search the area, looking for anyone who might have gotten clear. But it's only a matter of time before they begin to search the area, and we don't dare remain any longer than we... Takeshi? Takeshi, what is it?
What? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? I still couldn't believe it. I couldn't really focus on anything but the lingering thrill of excitement and pleasure the atrocity below had spawned within me, and my disgust that I could react to it in such a way. And so, trapped by the primal thrill my body was enjoying and the shock of fury I felt at the actions of the underworlders, I staggered over to a nearby tree and smashed my head against it, probably, wanked your dick up, yeah.
Takeshi, what are you doing?
Those monsters! What they did to that woman, her body and her mind, I just, how could I? Before I could give voice to my plaintive plea, I realized what exactly I was saying on a different level and focused my mouth shut. For how could I ever give voice to such a thing? I bashed my head against the tree a few more times, as if I could somehow bash a part of myself that had drawn such pleasure from such pure fucking evil out of existence if I struck my head hard enough. I knew it wouldn't work, fuck, but I kept doing it. It kept me from thinking about that vile ecstasy. It kept me from...
So, you feel it as well?
Say what now? The instant Asahi's words sounded, paused in mid-swing. My abused forehead inches away from the tree. Several seconds passed in silence as I stood there. The silence that had fallen in the wake of these words, speaking far greater things than the words themselves. And as I stood there, I realized that there had been another level to those words. Something deep and sad and ashamed. Something that resonated with what now tormented me.
In our minds, we are repelled by the actions of the underworlders, but our bodies, they respond to them in a different way. And it's because of this that we have fallen so far. How they've managed to take us many villages as they have.
Feeling her words and the sorrow within them, I slowly made my way back to Asahi, whose expression was creased with greater shame.
When they first appeared, we didn't realize they were underworlders. I'm not even sure if we actually believed that the underworlders, or even the underworld itself, existed as anything more than stories to scare children with. All we saw were staggers who looked like us, and who bore straight gifts that gave us great pleasure, and seemed harmless at first.
Asahi,
It wasn't until the first few villagers fell beneath the weight of the underworlders' corruption that we realized what had happened. How they had used temptation and pleasure as their weapon to gain a foothold in the overworld. And we paid dearly for our ignorance.
Feeling the weight on her words, I slowly knelt down beside Asahi and looked into her tormented eyes. I could sense a great weight upon her, as if she personally felt guilty for what had come to pass. As if...
Takeshi, he saw the underworlders, and I'm certain that he considered them beautiful, the way many of us felt when they first appeared. And if you had seen the delights they had dangled before our eyes in that time, I'm sure you would have been tempted by them as well, for they cloak everything they do in allure and excitement. But they are evil, Takeshi. They have stolen our people, our homes, and they are destroying our way of life. They look at us like things to be used and disposed of. They rip us apart from the inside out, violate our very souls, and destroy everything that makes us what we are. It doesn't matter how attractive they may seem or how much they tempt us with their ways. They are evil. And if you succumb to temptation, that evil will always destroy that person you are in the end.
I didn't say anything to this. I mean, honestly, I couldn't think of anything that I could say in the wake of what I've said. I mean, yeah. All I could do was watch as Asahi returned the far side crystal to where she had hidden it before, and visibly shove as much of her sorrows as she could up to the side.
We need to get away from here. There's nothing we can do for the people here now. We had to make it back to Kaihai Village as fast as possible. It's our only chance.
Oh, hello, it's been a while. Anyway, still numb from what I had just witnessed and experienced, I once again carefully scooped up Asahi into my arms and lifted her up. But even as she gestured towards the path I needed to take, I hesitated for a brief moment. Asahi, is there, anywhere we can, cure them? Cure them, bring them back from, There was a heavy silence at this. And once more, Asahi's expression fell in despair.
They can be brought back to the light, but they will be forever changed by what they had become, just like the rest of us.
Unsure of what she meant, but feeling the weight of her words nonetheless, I heaved a deep sigh and nodded before sitting forward. But as I approached the woods once more, I frowned as another problem presented itself. Girl, there's like two paths right now. Which one leads to your village?
Either of them will take us back to Kaihai Village. It doesn't matter which one you choose, just as long as we keep moving.
That wasn't much of a fucking answer, girl. But then I decided that if both paths took us in the same direction we needed to go, then it really didn't matter. So without another thought, I shrugged and started down one of the paths, wanting nothing more than to put the horrors I had seen as far behind me as possible. Oh, okay, it's either the right or the center. Oh, fuck, I don't fucking know, they're either the same, right? Hold on. Is center like a shortcut? Or the right? Fuck. You know what, fuck it. I'll go center. What the fuck, yeah? Right? Right? Fuck it, center. Later that day, So, Asahi, any idea, how much longer until we, get to your village, girl?
It shouldn't be much longer at this pace, at least. I hope it won't be much longer.
What do you mean? Is something wrong? Is there something you're not telling me, girl? Asahi frowned and gave a slight shake of her head to this.
Not exactly. However, it seems we might have taken a wrong path. Look!
What? At this, Asahi pointed off to the side. As I followed her outstretched fingers, I frowned unhappily. While it was getting darker as night encroached upon us, there was enough space between the trees to allow what light remained in the sky to show that one of the trees nearby had suffered from some kind of damage. Yeah, what the fuck? With several blocks spilling across the ground. First off, girl, what the fuck? You said either way is fine. The fuck? Well, top of that, the damaged tree and the surrounding area were heavily scorched, like there has been a fucking fire, probably those darklings. What the fuck happened? Underworlders? Darklings?
No, lurkers. Although they live in the overworld like the rest of us, lurkers exist outside of the villages and the rest of society. They hide in the shadows, living off whatever they can take.
So, okay. So, alright. Are they dangerous?
No, not exactly. Most of the time, they're just nonsense. Who cares only about themselves? But if there are any lurkers in the area, we'd best stay clear of them. They're not allied with the underworlders, but that doesn't mean they won't attack if they feel a reason to.
Okay. I wasn't really... I was not happy to hear that, yeah? Asahi and I were already in a bad fucking position as it is, or as it was. The last thing we needed was things getting even worse by having yet another potential enemy show up, yeah? Okay, so, girl, let's take stock of our situation, alright? I'm stuck on another world without any way of getting back. You're fucking injured, and you can't even fight. We're alone in the fucking woods. We got a whole fucking army of darklings behind us somewhere who might fucking show up at any time now. And we may have fucking lurkers who may or may not show up to cause us trouble. Oh, fuck. Okay, at least things can't get any worse, right, girl? Right? At that moment, I swear, my hands had been free, I would have smacked myself in the fucking forehead for saying something so fucking stupid. Why? As it was, all I could do was groan heavily in dismay.
What is it? Is something wrong?
No, not really. I guess not unless you count me, tempting fate as something wrong, yeah.
Tempting fate? What does that mean?
Deciding that they had obviously never gotten around to inventing television in this world, I hesitated before explaining. Well, basically, yeah, tempting fate is, when you say or do something really stupid that pretty much has, you daring the universe to prove you wrong. For example, say for instance, I was stupid enough to say something like, nothing could possibly, go wrong, then, Oi! As if I'm fucking cute, a massive explosion cut me off, and was immediately followed by a couple of screams and the sound of something large creaking before falling over, Acting on pure instinct, I whirled about just in time to see a brilliant flash of burning light, followed by two shady figures tumbling through the air just as the large tree started falling towards Asahi and me. Great! For a moment, I felt my body freezing up in the classic deer in the headlights sense, but then Asahi cried out, "Look out!" Her cry promptly undid my momentary paralysis, and set me leaping out of the path of the crashing tree. Oi! What the fuck? And just in time to avoid us both being turned into a chunky salsa, yeah? Still, tired from carrying Asahi all this fucking time and drained somewhat by both the sudden move and the effort needed to recover and stay balanced afterwards and shit, I hurried took in the situation. Okay, so, the first thing I noted was the tree, which had, settled in place, and then the two figures. Shit. Is it darklings? They were a boy and a girl of roughly my age. Oh, there's a boy? Okay, good to hear. And they were, what am I saying? Anyway, and they were dressed in what looked almost like ninja garments. Okay. And at the moment, neither of them looked to be in peak health. Wow, that last one really hurt. And the next one will hurt a lot. And the next one will hurt a lot more if you don't wise up and get out of my face. Getting the distinct feeling that we'd walked into something unexpected, I just stood there, watching and waiting and wondering what the fuck was going on when a third figure, a girl dressed similarly to the other, suddenly appeared out of nowhere, standing atop the fallen tree. Oh! She was very bit of a stack as virtually every other specimen of the female from I had seen in fucking Burokku, and girl, holy shit, girl. I don't think that's the best place to put your what the fuck is that thing there, yeah. Anyway, yeah. But even as I was wondering in the back of my mind, If this world should have been called Planet Hourglass instead, yeah, Asahi snorted as a figure. For us. That's a makimono you have in your boobs, right? Probably, yeah. Anyway.
Lurkers?
What? She's the lurker? So, go on. Sure, Sariak, you too. Loriwar, hurry up and disappear before I hurt you that much more.
No way, Zara! Nobody does what you did and get away with it!
Who's a fucking...
Besides, we're all lurkers! Why did you trick us?
Because you were trying to steal my stuff! And lurkers or not, nobody gets away with stealing from me!
But you're the one who stole that gear from us in the first place!
So what? It's mine now! And I'm keeping it! You don't like that?
Ooh, damn, Dan!
Or then how about give you this in return?
Holy shit! You have a TNT on your titties? Or between your titties? Damn, girl! That shit's hardcore! Damn!
With that, Zara reached into her cleavage and brought forth several sticks of dynamites.
Several sticks of dynamites. Okay.
Sariak and Lorwar just, looked at her in dismay as she hurled dynamites at them. The fuses somehow lighting themselves, And an instant later, the world seemed to blur around me, and I realized that, several things had suddenly changed. The first was, that I was no longer holding Asahi in my arms. The second was that I was standing in a different position. The third was that the dynamite that had been thrown at the two lurkers was now flying right at me. Great! That unfortunately was all the two of us had time to do before dynamite exploded in our fucking faces. I had no idea where Asahi was at that moment, but I could still hear the scream mingling with my own as we were sent flying through the fucking air by the force of the blast. Damn! The next thing I knew, I was crashing into one of the trees, stunning in a great deal of fucking pain before I tumbled down to the ground. Blast! I missed! And no shit! While I was busy trying to shake my head free of the stars and comets that were presently flitting past my eyes, blurry multiple images of Zara looked my way and seemed to frown the consideration. And as for you two, well, Asahi, still trying to play the part of the warrior when you're obviously so bad at it? Oh, and it looks like you made a friend. What the fuck, Asahi? You know this girl?
I'm over here.
Sound of her pain voice proved sufficient to shove at least most of the cosmic phenomena cluttered up my head out of the way of my eyes. I gave one final shake of my head before my worldview finally resolved into clarity once more. Yeah, clarity, yeah. And once it did, I looked about the darkened area until I finally spotted where my unlikely companion had landed.
Asahi!
You know how in video games, in video games, movies, and everything, whenever the hero, nearly gets blown up, he or she can't just, shrug it off like it's nothing? Well, either I wasn't built as tough, or reality was less like the world of fiction than I had thought, because the absolute last thing my body wanted to do just when was moving anywhere. My frame ached and creaked as I slowly managed to push myself back up to my feet, and continued to do so as I made my way over to where Asahi now lay. And what's with you? I know I haven't seen that style of clothing around here before. Fuck girl, you almost didn't see me this time, shit. We almost got blown up, down. Well, shit. You can't, thank Sherlock and Larwa for that. They're the ones that used you to take the hits meant for them. So, who are you anyway? I haven't seen you around before, and why are you wasting your time hauling a, dead weight like Asahi around? Look, girl, she's not a fucking date weight or date rate dead weight, alright? And you, that dynamite!
Oh!